Welcome to Two Crazy Scoops Podcast with your hosts, Ayo and Antino. This week we have special returning guests, Daniel Carlile and Damyon Kotzambasis. So stay tuned as we talk about everything we talked about last time. Literally, it's the same episode. There's nothing new. We're just regurgitating what has already been said in the previous season. I literally had to mute these guys because otherwise I would never, ever be able to begin this episode. So we'll fade out and I will slowly unmute them. I hope there's not a crazy ruckus going on right now.
No, of course not. Why would it be?
Could you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, okay, cool.
What? Huh?
What? Huh? You're muted.
You forgot to unmute yourself.
Oh, and just to answer your questions about the sound effects, we do have a soundboard. The only thing is, I don't think you can hear it like during the recording, but in post, it'll be there.
Yeah,
so Antino can hear it. Yeah, he can.
You guys want sound effects, man? You just tell me what to do. I'll add it in.
Just put in that the beep.
Yawning.
The
crickets.
Beep.
Oh yeah, pretty much. Just put in, just like we'll fall asleep.
Okay, so we have Danny here. He's the IT guy. We have Damyon here. He's the music Grecian guy. I don't know how these mix, but this episode will mix them somehow. So to start off, Danny, since you're the IT guy, I have a question for you. I also view you as the representative of all things Apple. You are pretty much Tim Cook, part 2.
What? No.
Oh, I'm sorry. Steve Jobs reincarnated.
Just kidding.
So they came out with the new iPhone, right?
Well, let me tell you our hourly rate because I'm just kidding. No.
Okay, so they came out with the new iPhone 12, correct? And the whole pitch was the fact that
it was the 24.
It was the
way beyond the 12.
The pitch is that it's the color purple, okay? Why in the commercial does it say purple? Are you supposed to taste these phones?
Yeah, just like the rainbow. I mean, Skittles. Of course. It all goes back. Remember when you were a kid? There was always this discussion, it seemed like, at some point, where somebody was like, what does purple taste like? Like, we know what red tastes like. We know what orange tastes like. We know what yellow tastes like. But purple, like, what does purple taste like? Nobody seemed to know. I think that answers the question. It's an iPhone 12.
That is profound. Do you know what purple tastes like, Damyon?
Insecurity. It tastes like broken. Hey, it tastes like broken screens. No, broken screens and dreams. You know what I'm saying? That iPhone game, you got to be swiping. Make sure you don't cut yourself. I don't know. I have no thing. I used to like Apple. I'm now out of that game because I was like, I can't do my illegal stuff. I mean, get my music that I want, you know what I'm saying? So I just stepped out of that game. So I can't, maybe one day I'll taste that purple, but maybe in like 3 years, not right now.
I do believe that the ancient Greeks in their writings of different tales and things, they did describe the sky as being purple because they didn't really know what color the sky was.
Purple is the flavor you get when you mix all the sodas together. Remember?
I used to get migraines doing that.
Tastes like that's what purple tastes like.
I'm like, these Apple people. I think they're just running out of ideas and they're just trying to taste colors. You know what I'm saying? They're just trying to taste colors. That's it.
So what you're telling me is
in your wallet. Actually, that's what it really tastes like.
That's crazy.
So that was. We'll just start off with that. Purple.
Episode name purple. Oh my god.
So I think Aaron had some icebreaker questions, which we all know how much I love icebreaker questions.
A lot, right? Well, we already broke the ice already. That's generally what these are for. But so we'll just back up a little bit and go over them real quickly. So I picked 2. The first question, and this is for both of you all. The first question is, if a movie was made of your life, what genre would it be and who would play you?
Antonio can answer my questions.
Danny would be a high schooler in an anime.
No.
My Hero Academia. That's what he. My goodness.
David's would be
Main
the Iron
character.
Giant.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it was gonna be a hype thing. I don't like this. All right, I'm leaving.
What was that movie where they find the Sasquatch and they go on vacation with it?
Oh, I don't know. It's like Harry or something. Harry and the something. His
Harry and the Hendersons,
Sasquatch's
right?
name is yes,
Oh,
Harry and the Hendersons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Gosh, I need to start shaving more, I guess, if I look that hairy. God. My goodness. This pandemic got me messed up. I only shave twice a week instead of like 4.
Wait a minute. I got a little lost. Did you say that Harry the Sasquatch would play you?
I didn't say that. Antonio said that.
Antonio
All right.
said that.
I'm not defending this. I'm not saying that's my life story. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
But-
I'm the hairiest man alive. And this
We're
is
not
the
going down
story
that.
of how I lost my hair.
Yeah, slowly but sure. No, I don't even know. You know, I'm gonna say Fast and the Furious. You know who's gonna play me? Tyrese Gibson, just because.
Okay.
Just because. No, you know what? I changed my answer. Antonio would play me.
Antonio
With some stilts.
There you go.
With some stilts on him. With some stilts on him.
No, everyone's just looking down constantly. It's really awkward that all the shots are just people looking down. Like, what do
Look
you
at
think
me
we should
in
do?
the
I'm
eyes. No, it'd have to be Desperado though. Or that movie Once Upon a Time in Mexico with Antonio Banderas, the mariachi movie. It'd be that, and then Antonio would play me. That's the correct answer.
All right.
Okay, Danny.
That's a good answer.
Now it's your turn.
I don't, you'd already know it's going to be an anime movie, but it's got to be. So it doesn't really matter who plays me in that because it's drawn anyway. But it's got to be melancholic. That's the important thing. Sad, rainy.
This whole thing is just like memories. Like in the memories, they're remembering even more
nostalgia.
things. Pure
How did you remember
unfiltered.
that? You weren't even like, no, it's okay. It's okay. I can remember my family's memories too. That's the plot twist.
Oh, is that like the Black Panther Wakanda type thing? You just go into that and you see all your ancestors' memories and everything? Oh, okay.
Are you saying that because I'm black? I get it.
No,
It's okay.
No.
But,
I mean, I don't know if it's the lighting, but I kind of look a little bit darker than you. I'm just saying, I can't. I'm just saying that. I'm not putting There's a really bright light in front of me. I'm a little bit darker. I don't know. I'm just saying.
But coincidentally, that is exactly how it works. So anyway.
It's like the comedian that's like, white people are racist. He's like, you walk up to a white person and be like, oh, you think Jose likes tequila? And they're like, why? Because he's Mexican. And you walk up to Jose and you ask him, do you like tequila? He's like, why? You got some? And I'm like, that's the exact same thing.
Coincidentally, yes, but I am still offended. So
It doesn't matter if it's right, okay? I'm still offended.
He's like, now all my ancestors and all my predecessors are gonna be able to know that memory.
okay,
Well,
so
this question went way further than I thought it would, but that's good. That's a good thing. All right. So our topic for today is going to be around food, I think, and cooking and all that good stuff. So my second and last icebreaker question, because it revolves around food, is what's the weirdest food you have ever eaten?
Oh. Well.
and now's not the time to be admitting to cannibalism. I'm sorry, Danny.
People meat? No.
So it went
My
green.
goodness.
I can remember a
goodness.
time that Danny almost ate alligator and then was talked out
I
of
was
it.
thinking the same thing.
He was talked out of
I
it.
missed it.
No,
they
he
didn't have it.
I thought he said it wasn't good.
No, they didn't have it. I
Oh.
wanted it, and I was going to get it anyway. And they were like, "We don't have any alligator." And I was like,
I'm pretty sure the waiter was like,
"That's the
"Oh,
whole
it's not that
reason we're in New
good."
Orleans."
Oh.
They told me that afterwards. So I
He was
feel
like,
bad that it
you ain't
wasn't
got no
real.
more alligator. Well, you better go and gator.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways,
I'm sorry. We're gonna have
weirdest thing
to
I've
end
ever
this
eaten.
episode. It was just.
Well, that's a wrap, guys. I think we're done.
This will
This
be the
is the
shortest
season
episode
finale.
in history.
This is the end of the podcast in general.
This is This is
With that, I mean, I don't think it can end any other way better than that.
I don't even know what to say anymore. No, the weirdest thing I've ever eaten, there's a few things. A few months ago, or 2 months ago, we went to Mexico City and I had crickets on a sope. That was pretty weird. But that's what they have down there. In Costa Rica, I had some termites. Here I've had like javelina and like dove. I think those are the craziest things I could say I've eaten.
I would imagine javelina tastes like, bacon, but I'm not sure.
Javelinas are not pigs. We've been through this multiple times.
I know. No, I know.
If it tasted like bacon, it would be super gamey. Like, I'm sure.
Gamey bacon? You're just like chewing for multiple minutes at a time.
Takes you 25 minutes just to get half a piece of bacon. To finish it.
I just wonder what javelina would taste like.
Well, I know a few people that go hunting every once in a while and they always get javelina. So I'll be like, here you go, Aaron. You want some javelina? Because I had it in a burger. So a
javelina burger?
It tasted a little different. But I was just like, let's go. Give it to me. I'll eat it. I'm fine with it.
Huh. Interesting. Okay.
Well, what you did to get a taste of it, how would you describe it?
Purple.
Describe it. I was about to say, purple. No, it's more of a like greenish type taste. No, I'm just kidding. I would say I don't really remember it off the top of my head, but it does have like different taste. I think it's not as fattening, I guess. Like there's not like it doesn't have as much of that greasiness as like what I remember when we had the patty. But yeah, like I said, it was probably like a few years ago, so I don't really remember it off the top of my head. But yeah, I think that's the only like noticeable difference. It wasn't as greasy as like a normal like hamburger or cheeseburger patty. So
javelina
ground beef patty. We're gonna make it a thing. We'll bring it here.
The unhappy meal.
Yeah, but there's one like I went, like I said, when I had gone to Mexico, and it was where the pyramids are, like the pyramid of the sun, pyramid of the moon, whatever, in Mexico City. And there's a few restaurants that have like where I went, they have different types of meat, like different types of animal meat, like ostrich and like rabbit, and like I think they had javelina and like different types of animal, meat, you could say. I was like, no, I don't want to try any of this. I'm trying not to get sick, this far away from home. I trust my hospitals barely. I don't even trust the Mexico hospitals. But it's all right.
We were at the swap meet one time and we were really hungry, and someone was selling tacos, but all they had was like tacos de perro. And I was like, are those dog tacos?
No.
And I asked Anna, and then we got them, and they just said it was like a name for something. It wasn't actually dog tacos, but we ate them at the swap meet.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's what they call it. And like in Nogales, because that's where my grandfather's from on my mom's side. And they call it tacos de perro because it's like street tacos. But it's just like potato. It's usually just potato and like maybe like a little bit of ground beef just put in there. And like the way they make it is they fry it a little bit and then they put it in this like specially made, like it looks like a upside down, like those igloo, like the foam like ice chest that you can buy at, like it looks like one of those upside down, and they put them inside there and like the vapor finishes cooking the tacos. But they're also called tacos de canasta or tacos de perro. That's what they're called. But it's because they're street tacos. But in Nogales, they're like, you don't know where they get the meat from, so it might be dog.
They're also selling like dog collars with names on them. I thought it was really cool. I didn't have one where anyone name of a dog I knew, so I just.
Did they look used?
Yeah, I know. I was about to say, if there was dog collars on the side, I think they were something else. You're just nonchalantly just like, and like right next to them, they're just conveniently selling dog collars. They're a little dirty, but
okay.
Please call, this phone number for the owner. Antonio's like, wow, that's there. How do they know these people's number? Are these random numbers?
Man, this is crunch. He's like, is this a tracking chip?
Oh my god!
This bit of gristle is a little.
Oh man. So, anyways, trying to keep this a professional, family-friendly podcast.
It's way too late for that.
How's that editing coming along?
I think all I can keep in here is like, purple. That's it.
Purple, and after that, you're just like, and that's a wrap, guys.
It's gonna be like in those televised versions of the movies where they cuss, and it's just like they say something, you see it, but it's like filled in with another word. You can totally tell somebody else did a voiceover for it. It's just gonna be Antonio, like purple.
Or they like
over for all the rest of us. So we're like talking, but it's his voice for all of us.
No, we just like
purple.
Cut to commercial. It's just me and Aaron just calmly talking to each other. You guys are both gone. It's like, so Aaron, today,
just
so we know
TV.
So far, I know that all you guys like cooking. If Jacob was here, which he was supposed to be, sadly he couldn't make it because he has a life, but he enjoys cooking. Maruchan, yes, that does not count as cooking. I'm sorry. I mean, I tried to pass it off, but they would not accept it in the culinary competitions I entered.
Oh,
so
sorry.
What do you guys all enjoy cooking? What's your favorite dish to cook for yourself or for other people?
Apple Jacks.
Homemade Apple Jacks. Homemade.
Okay, it has to have more than two steps in order to count as cooking.
No.
Okay.
And the microwave cannot be a step. Neither can be.
What about an air fryer? Can an air fryer do?
I know. I was about to say air fryer. Kraft mac and cheese, the box one. You just need to add a little. That has 3 steps. All right, you heat up the pasta, you take out the water, then you add the cheese. Okay.
Not particularly. And yet I still take. It'll still come out okay. That's fine.
Yeah, but I still take the box out of the garbage. I'm like taking the box back out of the garbage. I'm like, what's the next step? Okay, I can remember. Wait, how many minutes? Oh wait, no. Oh, what do I do after that?
And then he calls his mom. He's like, "Mom, I need help. When did I take him up?"
And I just settle and I eat Tina's burritos.
Hey, for me,
that face.
For me, I think my favorite thing to make for myself, just when I'm lazy, is tacos, but the American version of them with the crunchy shell and all that.
The Taco Bell tacos.
But
Taco Bell tacos.
No, it's better than Taco Bell. No,
or Jack in the Box. We'll say Jack in the Box.
You close it, right? You close it.
You add a piece of Kraft. You know that Kraft American cheese slice.
I use real ground beef.
But you close the tortilla, right, and then you fry it.
I don't use tortillas. I use the crunchy tacos. I'm talking American style.
Yeah, with like the hard shell tacos.
With the hard shells, yeah.
Like the one you buy at the store.
That's just because it's easy to make. It's cheap.
Finish what you're gonna say. You're what? You're what?
No. They're not authentic at all. But I like them. That's my favorite thing to make for myself.
Well, I was looking for something a little more interesting than tacos. So I mean, if you're trying to impress somebody, we're trying to impress people here with our culinary knowledge.
Your future wife, Aaron. Your future wife. Your future wife. Imagine that.
For that, my favorite thing would probably be to make. For my future wife, let's see. It would be
something I haven't learned yet.
Yeah, he ain't be like.
I
have to wait and find out what her favorite dish is first.
Right, exactly. I'm like, exactly. Is she vegan or is she? No, I would do
celiac
probably. She's celiac. Okay. So then I would do
no beans either.
I would do a gluten-free French toast. Probably a Monte Cristo, which I don't know if you know what that is, but it's basically French toast with ham and melted cheese on top. It's really good. And I would use the Texas toast for the French toast. And that would be the breakfast that I make. And I've actually made that for people before, and they've all loved it. everybody who I've made.
Can we
before.
interview them? Let's get make sure this feedback is correct.
You absolutely could. It's either that or the other French toast I make is it's like a French toast that's made with cinnamon swirl bread, which I've made from scratch. So make the bread from scratch, make everything from scratch.
Wait a minute. These reviews are self-written.
Sharon Owens.
Why are these Yelp reviews all say Aaron Owens?
You got Sharon Owens.
Sharon Owens. All these different...
Ron Owens. You can't forget that.
Hey, those are my favorite things to make. It's not the only thing I can make, but those are just some of my favorites.
So Damyon makes gyros.
Really?
Yes.
Oh man.
Actually, the other day I made Antonio, since you lived right there by Fronimos, did you ever try what I told you? I heard it shut down because it was getting too expensive for them, and he was like, "Yeah, I don't want to keep paying for this." I mean, he could have. He had the money for it, but it was because like since eventually he was going to start losing money, he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna close." But hopefully they'll open back up again because they were the only place that had a dish called pastizo.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you ever tried it. That like I had told you one time, it was like a kind of like a lasagna, Greek lasagna. I made that a few weeks ago. I think that's probably, now that I know how to do it, that's probably the thing I would love to make most, because even though it's time consuming, I just love it. Growing up, like going to my grandmother's house with my dad, on my dad's side, like every time we had like my cousins from that live in a different state, anytime they'd come and visit here in Arizona, they would always come and my grandma would always make that. So I think that's probably the biggest thing, pastizo, that Greek. Because like living here in Tucson, it's a little bit easier to get like Mexican food. So I don't really kind of make it. I like once in a while we'll make certain things that, aren't as easily accessible, I guess you could say, like gorditas or sopes. But I think that's, now that I learned how to make pastizo a few weeks ago, I think that's probably the thing that I enjoy most making because I love it.
And Danny,
when you make gyro,
it like?
I just wanted to ask you.
Who's interviewing you, Danny?
I'm sorry, man.
Danny's like, you said gyro, and I got centered in, bro.
Well, actually, I have to go get something, Danny. So could you interview him until I come back? We'll be right back.
Okay, I got to say all the stuff that Antonio asked me about right now. But when you make the gyro, is it on the stick? Like, do you have the?
I don't actually like have that gyro, like the machine to make it that spins, because like not only because it's expensive, but it's also hard to make because like that gyro meat is a mixture between. Well, here in the United States, it's usually a mixture between like ground beef and lamb. It's not completely like 100% because a lot of people aren't used to that taste, unless, or like here on the west side. On the east side, like in New York, like in Greektown and Astoria and everything, I'm pretty sure, it is, the majority is lamb. But like places that I've had it here, like at American Eat Co., where they have the actual machine spinning the meat and everything, that's, half and half, I think, or like it still has like ground beef, mixed in. But so usually, the other day I had found, or like a year ago, we had found that at Safeway and I think at Albertsons, they have like slices of gyro meat already. So sometimes I'll just go and like, I'll heat that up and I'll make the gyro. But since like my mom and my sister and like my family, like we primarily eat a lot more chicken than like ground beef and other types of meat. We check whenever we make it, it's more like chicken. We'll make like the chicken shish kebabs and on the grill, and then we'll just add like the tzatziki sauce and everything.
Okay. Do you make the sauce?
Yeah.
Nice.
I make the sauce, and then my mom helps me with the rice, making the Greek rice and do all that. Well, we all like cook together. That's a good thing. Like whenever it was making Greek food, it was always like a family effort because there's so many things to cook, and like we all like would help each other do all that stuff. Especially like even now, even though after my dad passed, we still like we'll cook Greek food together here and there.
Apparently, my dad, he was first working in restaurants. He knew how to make a lot of Greek dishes. I never learned how to make them from him, unfortunately. But that's where I always knew about Euro and things. Like, we'd come up to Tucson and be like, we got to get some Euro because, you don't have it in Wilcox. You don't have anything in Wilcox as far as like restaurants go. But yeah.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I didn't get to learn any of that. But
yeah, and I grew up learning how to make all that food because my grandmother was a chef, on my dad's side, and she taught my dad how to make a lot of stuff, and my dad knew how to make a lot of different dishes, not only Greek food, but like sushi and Chinese food and different types of Asian food, like in general, and Italian food, and all that. So, I think that's kind of where I tend to like lean towards, because like I said, like growing up, since my dad really couldn't have some like Mexican food because of like the illnesses that he had, he couldn't really like process beans and stuff, or like corn, and that's pretty much the main ingredient for the majority of Mexican or Hispanic, food. We always made a lot more like pastas and Italian food, or even like Chinese food. So I kind of grew up around that because my dad and both of my parents would make Chinese food or Italian. Like the biggest thing too, another thing I really love making is manicotti. Anytime I'm like sick or like I have a day off, I try to make manicotti because that's the biggest thing for me. I really love manicotti too.
This is completely random, but have you ever made baklava?
I have. I remember when I was younger, my dad would make it for like when he had hospitalities and everything. So I know how to make it. Like I've seen the process done by my grandmother and by my dad, but it takes. And I actually made, because Aaron or Antonio, maybe you've had it, or maybe you too, Daniel, that the spanakopita is like the salty or like.
Can you say that again?
Spanakopita.
Never heard.
Isn't that with the
spinach and cheese?
Oh,
yeah, it's a Greek.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
The Greek thing. I think. Yeah,
I've
Antonio
made that
had
before.
it. Oh, have you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one's a little bit easier.
It wasn't good, but I did try. I did go through a phase where I was trying all these Greek recipes, and
Well, if you want to make it again, I'll let you know. Because I made a plate called tiropita, so it's the same thing, but instead of spinach and cheese, it's just cheese. Because like I love tiropita too, because of like saltiness and everything. So I had gone the other day, probably a few weeks ago, and I bought the filo dough, like the special dough that you're supposed to use for baklava and spanakopita and tiropita and everything. Because at Safeway, they sell it like in the frozen section, and I think it's like 36 sheets. And like that's enough. That's more than enough to make spanakopita and tiropita, because spanakopita and tiropita, you can just, add 10 layers on the bottom, add like 5 to 7 layers on top, and in between is where you put the spinach and cheese, or just the feta cheese. And that's pretty easy. So I've done that, but baklava I haven't done it. But because you have to sit there and like it's almost 100 layers of like, you put a layer, butter it, put the walnuts and everything, next layer, butter it, adding all this stuff, the walnuts and pecans, or even like if it's more Middle Eastern, like maybe like Lebanese type or Turkish type, I know they use pistachios, just depending on like how people have made it. But yeah, like for you, if you want to try to make like tiropita or spanakopita again, the thing, like first the spanakopita, it would just be like cooking the spinach and adding olive oil, parsley, a little bit of parsley, and a little bit of oregano. And then getting I used to use like about a pound and a half of feta cheese, add a little bit of oil, and just mash it up really, really nicely. Maybe add a little bit of butter if you need to. But I like, again, like the olive oil and the cheese should be pretty good. And then add like, because in Greece, they use whatever local cheeses they have. But here, since we can't, the only thing we can get is like feta cheese. I use Gruyere, which is like the French salty cheese. So you can add a little bit of Gruyere add like a pound and a half of feta cheese, and use that as your center. So pretty much when you do it, buy the filo dough, make sure you have like a moist towel on top of it because it dries out really fast since it's like paper thin. Well, so you can always do that.
And that's part of the problem I ran into too, because I made the filo dough from scratch as well. And then all the layers, and it's super thin. It's a pain in the butt to make. So going forward, I would always buy the dough. Yeah, because I tried to make it from scratch, and and
that's the thing. Like if you make it from scratch, you have to have that cheesecloth because it keeps the humidity in. Yeah, because of it, and since it's so paper thin. But like I said, like if you were to, even if you were to make it from scratch, or if you have it, like I said, buy that thing from like Safeway or Albertsons where they sell it in the frozen section.
I would just buy it. Yeah.
Once you like let it sit, once you see that it's defrosted, just roll it out, take it out of the plastic, covering that it has, and put like a moist towel over it. Mm-hmm. And then like if you're to get like probably like 10 by 14 pan, just oil it first, put one layer, oil it, add olive oil, put another layer, and do that for like 10 layers. Then add whatever filling you want, like just the feta cheese and a little bit of Gruyere and olive oil, or, like the spanakopita stuff, which is pretty much the same, like the olive oil, feta cheese, and a little bit of like a saltier cheese. Even Parmesan, I've heard people use Parmesan. So you can add that, and then just add like the cooked spinach, put it in, and then put another like 5 to 7 layers on top, like I'm saying, just put a layer, add olive oil, put another layer, add olive oil, and then just fold over the corners, and just cook it till it's golden brown, and that's it. That's the thing. Like that's the easiest thing, and it's still like,
and it's still complicated.
Complicated. That's the easiest thing I could say of like all the Greek food that I grew up with, like spanakopita, tiropita, kokinisto, which is actually, that's really good. I'm like, I would love to find a place, but I'm like, I know I won't be able to do that unless I go East Coast. So kokinisto is like lamb leg, like made into a stew, but like they put it, like when they serve it to you, you could just literally, it's like barbecue ribs, it just fall off the bone when you lift up the bone from the lamb leg, and it's just like a stew pretty much, but with lamb. It's delicious. I haven't had it in like years, but I remember once in a while, whenever because my dad loved it, and whenever he wasn't feeling well, or he wasn't like after he'd get out the hospital or something, my grandmother would make it. Oh,
I thought he'd tell you. So that was one big thing. Go out to the field.
Oh my God. Oh my goodness.
That actually sounds really good. Except for the only problem is that when you say lamb leg, for some reason, I just have this horrible vision of you remember Jurassic Park when they were like, hey,
dropping it down into
oh my goodness, I've gotten rid of those memories.
Where's the goat? It just lands on the top of the car.
It just lands there.
Yeah,
that's what you think.
Unfortunately, yeah. So
again,
that kind of ruined it.
Damien, can you, for people who are interested in trying to cook different things, can you just give us those 3 names of dishes that you're talking about again?
All right. So the 3 ones are pastizo, which is it's the special. The way you make it is the pastizo noodles, which is like long. They're elongated. They're just made for exactly that. They're like, if you look it up, like you can find some on Amazon from Greece and stuff, like they're called pastizo noodles. And there's those noodles with some ground beef and excuse me, and some ground beef. And then on top is bechamel sauce. And like, it's probably like a thick layer of bechamel sauce, which is really like, once it rises, since it has flour and butter, it's really like thick, and it's something usually it's made like they also use it in like French cuisine and everything, but it's not as in Greek food. It's a little bit thicker and it's like more flour based, and it has a lot of butter, so it can be able to like rise a little bit. So that's pastizo. And then there's tiropita or spanakopita, which is the cheese pie or spinach pie, which is known in, that's how it is.
Can you just say
that's
slowly?
What it is in
what is it?
Spanakopita.
Spanakopita.
Yeah. Yes. Spana for spinach, and then kopita or pita is bread or pie.
God.
So And then the other
coming
thing that
together
is
for me.
similar, which is just cheese and like instead of the spinach and cheese, it's tiropita. So in Greek, tiro is cheese, and then pita is pie. So it's cheese pie or a spinach pie. That's the English. Like if you were to look up like Greek spinach pie or Greek cheese pie, it would say, tiropita or spanakopita. And it would.
I'm guessing Village Inn's a lot different in Greece then.
Yeah. They'd be like, can I get this cheese pie, please? I'm like, it's not cheesecake.
Oh, gross. What's this
Why
lamb
is it
doing in
so
here?
This isn't what I expected at all.
And then, so Danny, while I was absent, did you guys talk about your curry stuff?
No, I was just probing Damyon for knowledge about Greek food. Like, that's all I was like.
I'm not big on curry. I've had all the different types of curry, and I'm not very big on it because it's like those naked smoothies. I'm like, you gotta a little bit of dirt in it, and I'm like, no, thank you, I'm good.
I don't think you had good curry. Like, that's not exactly how it's supposed to be.
I'm joking. I know how it's actually.
Whoa.
I know it's not actually supposed to be like that. And I've had people where they're like, oh, this is good curry, but like I think it's just an acquired taste, and that's one thing, and I'm like, I'll eat it, but I've never been like, oh, I'm gonna go and make me some green curry or red curry or something like that.
Now you have to.
My portfolio, if you will, of dishes is quite small. Like, I've learned, simple breakfast.
Don't tell us that. Just tell us you'd cook everything, but this is your favorite thing to cook.
No, I'm going to be honest here. So there's two things that I've learned to cook so far, mainly because of the pandemic. I was like, this is too expensive to go order in. I'd rather just cook it myself. I would have made sushi, but I was lazy. So I just made a poke bowl. All the ingredients are there. You just dump them in a bowl. So there's that.
And what's a poke bowl? I'm sorry, just real quick.
Well, first you get the Pokemon, and then you crack open the Pokeball. No,
I know. I was like, whoa! I was like, let's see if he goes down that way.
I choose you.
I know.
You're delicious.
What's Danny doing in the
kitchen? This is the last time you're going to lose this battle for me. Sorry.
Danny hurt himself in confusion.
No, a poke bowl is it's like sushi, so it's got raw fish in it. It's gonna have the one that I make has salmon. I'll usually put some cucumber in it. I'll put some avocado in it, some pickled ginger, and of course the rice. You need to make the sushi rice in the bottom. It's got a little bit of the vinegar, the rice vinegar in it. And then I'll add the unagi sauce, and there's this specific type of mayo, I guess, that's like made in Japan that has a specific consistency to it. The spicy mayo.
No, it's Japanese mayo. It's Japanese it has certain it has a different taste, and it's made differently. Yeah, because that's one thing my dad knew how to make too. He taught me how to make sushi. So if you ever want to learn, Daniel, I'm here. I'll show you how to make sushi, because my whole family, we do that. We make the majority of the California roll, Philly roll. The one thing I want to try is the deep fried Las Vegas roll and stuff like that, because everybody in my family loves that. And I'm like, let me see if I could do it, but I'm like, I'm too scared to deep fry a sushi roll, and it just comes out all, or it falls apart inside
out and attacks you.
Yeah, just oh no,
you knew you weren't supposed to do this to me. I will have my revenge.
You can technically. That's the thing.
Fresh
a lot of
fish,
people,
but not that fresh.
That fresh.
Yeah, but that's the thing too. A lot of people they criticize, because in Nogales, it's which they make sushi, normal sushi, but they also add meat inside of it, carne asada or chicken. And they're some people are oh, well, that's not sushi. I'm technically it is, because sushi refers to the rice vinegar, and it refers to the rice, the taste that it has. the vinegary taste. That's what sushi, like, that's what it refers to. And then like the nigiri and like the different types, that's where you classify like what it is, or sashimi, like what type of sushi it actually is. But that's why some people are like, oh, that's not sushi. I'm like, it's Mexican sushi. That's what it is. I'm like, it just has carne asada in it. Yeah, that's what Mexicans do. We just put carne asada in everything. We're gonna make a jamba juice with carne asada, pretty much.
Gosh.
Sorry, like a meat shake? No,
it's like, was it Top Gear? Did you ever see Top Gear where they put like a V8 engine on a blender and they like put like bricks?
Yeah.
Anyways, that has nothing to do with what we were talking about, but
it has everything to do with what we're talking about.
We're talking about cooking. We're talking about cooking here. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna hook up my truck to the blender and I'll be like, "Hey, Antonio."
Oh my gosh,
there's shards everywhere.
So the poke bowl, right? And then what else were you talking about?
The other thing that I'll make is green curry chicken. So chicken breast. The curry I usually buy. Actually, I don't make it myself. I haven't made it myself.
Fake. Fake.
For a guy who's like curry, you're a curry purist here.
I know.
It's like, I don't even like curry, but what you make is wrong. Just so you know.
No, I'm just saying. I thought you'd be like, yeah, I go and I make it. You know, like Aaron, he makes everything from scratch and he tries to do everything. So what you're telling me is, you microwave some chicken breast and you put it in a sauce that you just bought from
No. It's not that bad.
I didn't know kids' cuisine made curry, Danny.
Hey, don't kill kids' cuisine. That's the top shelf stuff, okay?
Anyway,
you know you ate those dinosaur nuggets, Antonio.
Curry. Yikes.
Wait, so how do you make this green curry?
Well,
first I take it out of the box.
First I go out to the dumpster. Whatever's green in there, I scoop it up. And bring it back in. That's what the graininess is. That's where you go.
Oh, I get it. I get it now. It makes sense.
Yeah, there you go.
There's some nasty green stuff in the garbage. But anyway.
Yeah, the dumpster juice. Anyway, let's see. The chicken breast you cut up, obviously. I usually put that in, not the wok, but in like a separate, and start heating that up.
Wait, you have a wok?
Well, I mean, it's not like the big one. It's like this big.
Oh, all right.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. It's like what? The pan has like the vegetables in it is what I usually do. I'll put an onion or two, cut up an onion or two, and put it over there. Get the bamboo shoots. Love the bamboo shoots.
Sorry, what are those?
Usually 1 or 2 red peppers, or the orange or yellow ones.
Purple.
Drop in there.
What are bamboo shoots?
Well, they're like.
Excuse me if I'm being dumb on this one.
Hey, I was like, let me see how he describes bamboo shoots. I'm like,
if I understand it correctly, it's like the younger bamboo, right? Okay. And then it's just, I usually, if it's not already cut up, I'll cut it up.
Oh, I see it.
Into like strips or in pieces, because you don't want like a chunk in there. Obviously, you want it to be, where you can have bite-sized pieces.
Yeah.
This is very much like the bean sprouts, or like.
Yeah,
and stuff like that. It's kind of where like the same theory behind it.
Right. I'll usually add some garlic, like chop up some garlic cloves and put them in there. I've chopped up ginger and put it in there, but sometimes I'll just use some ginger powder, add that in there. So I'm cooking that, add a little bit of the coconut milk. Get that going, add a little bit of the curry. So once that part is going and the chicken is cooking, because I'll put some lime and some lemon juice, both, in either the chicken or the vegetables. And then add some coconut milk into the chicken. Then I'll dump it all together and let it cook a little bit longer.
How much does that make?
I fill the wok, so it's.
You fill.
It's like.
So you're telling me you walk the walk and talk the talk? Is that what you're saying?
Oh my God.
Cut that out, please.
We need
Post
one more
that
walk joke. Come on. I said the moonwalk. He said the walk.
Aaron, where's your walk joke?
Walk and roll.
Walk and roll.
I think that's actually a name of a restaurant, like up on the north.
Yeah,
side.
it is. It is.
Oh, that's funny.
It's the name of a restaurant.
It's a good opportunity right there.
No, the moonwalk is even better, dude. I mean, that's a great restaurant name.
No comments.
At the university.
No, at the university. Only in the university.
Only in the university.
Yeah. You gotta get a bunch of millennials like, oh my goodness, have you been to Moonwalk? I got a poke bowl the other day.
There's just a bunch of black lights. I didn't even know what I was eating.
But it was all
delicious. It was delicious.
All lit up.
It was $14.95 for half a bowl, but it's fine. I loved it.
It's better than the other names down there, that sushi place or whatever. But anyways, we'll move on.
What you?
So what about cooking mishaps? I don't know if this is where you were going, Antino.
Yes.
So
we're gonna have everyone's cooking mishaps on here, or should we read the ones, and then tell ours, or should we tell ours and then read the ones?
Oh, let's read.
I'm gonna read them. I want you guys' reaction to this because some of them are, all of them were stinking hilarious. Okay, so somebody, and I need you to explain this to me, Aaron. They said they used flour from 2015 to make fish and chips in 2021. I didn't know flour went bad.
You haven't seen where the little bugs and maggots get inside in the. I was like,
oh my god!
I was like, dang, that's crazy.
Protein in there, Antonio.
Yeah.
Like, is this fish and chips made out of curry?
Yeah.
You'd have generations of weevils in there.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, that's
a bad one then.
That's somebody that has never been in the kitchen, burns water.
No, he's been a chef. He's been a chef. I'll stand up for him. He's been a chef.
They overcook cereal. Oh, let's finish.
No, don't insult him.
They put water in their cereal.
No, I'm sorry.
No, we should insult them. Who was
it? Hey, we're not saying any names. It's just that person. That person knows we love insert username, right?
Username. Harry and the Hendersons. Okay, so the next one was, and I don't know if you guys have done this, but accidentally leaving the plastic lid on a leftover casserole dish that got put in the oven. You've never melted anything like that?
I've not done that.
I don't think I have either, but
I think so.
See, the thing is, I don't use Tupperware like that, so
okay, don't insult our listeners, Damien. Just be nice.
I'm just saying, I'm not rich like some of these users that have Tupperware that could have a whole casserole, that have a lid just for the casserole. All right, that's my thing. I could barely afford a Cool Whip container for my beans, all right? So you better stop making fun. Nice. So if anything, I'm calling myself poor, all right? For those listeners that are hearing this.
Okay, someone said they were...
It's like, okay. Wait.
Someone said they were once chopping potatoes, their hand slipped, and they accidentally sent nuclear launch codes to the Russians. Dude, I saw this one. Oh my gosh. I thought they were serious. I was like, oh, maybe he cut himself. And I was like, oh my gosh. And here's a really big idiot here if we're calling out our listeners.
Wow.
Okay, first one. We don't insult listeners. We're making jokes. Here's the first idiot.
This person said, I mistook some protein powder for pancake mix. They tasted disgusting.
Okay, in my defense.
Are they yoked now? Are they swole now? They're walking around like this.
In my defense, my mom had taken it out of the container and it was just in a bag. So it looked legit. Except the mix was super thin, like suspiciously thin. And I was trying to put that in the post and I couldn't fit it in there. Like I would have only been able to get like part of suspiciously. Anyway, it was like super thin, and when you cooked it, it smelled really weird. I'm like, maybe this was just too old of a mix. I don't know. So I tried it, and it was.
Oh, you're with the other listener that is using flour from 5 years ago?
Right. I was like, maybe this is a lot older than I thought.
That's 6 years ago.
Oh, 6. I apologize.
That's disgusting.
That would probably also be the weirdest thing I've ever eaten. Unintentionally, but it was disgusting. It was horrible. And yeah.
Then Danny just got swole out of nowhere.
Protein powder? Burnt protein powder. Exactly.
Oh my goodness.
With milk and like an egg in it, and it's not good. It's not. It's really not.
Sound like something Dwayne The Rock Johnson would have every day for before his workouts.
The secret menu.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was horrible.
The secret menu, Danny's secret menu. After the gym, I like to eat about 5 protein pancakes. No syrup, of course, because I'm a real man.
Not the ones you think either. These are just the totally disgusting kind.
No, he uses agave syrup. He doesn't use maple syrup. He uses agave syrup. You got to be healthy at least. Come on.
Fun fact, though, they found out that stuff is the same as maple syrup.
I wonder why.
It's sweet and it tastes like syrup. I wonder.
It's very similar to syrup.
I'm sorry, Danny Downer here, but
Danny Downer's like, you're actually an idiot too.
All you listeners thinking you're being healthy with agave syrup?
I know. I was about to say.
I actually get what you're saying because they used to market it as like
it
was like a low glycemic sweetener, and you could just use as much as you want, and your blood sugar would never go up.
Yeah, they're right. Yeah,
Right. I didn't have diabetes.
I know. I was about to say.
You're like, I was about to say doing this.
I was about to say for all the diabetics out there, Daddy just said you're killing yourself. So please try to find something else.
This could save your life.
Just stop.
So
I feel sorry for someone who's out there listening to 2 crazy scoops for life advice. So.
Right. Oh, that's true.
While eating their protein pancakes and agave syrup.
Right.
I've been lied to this whole
bad
time.
Decisions up to this point already.
Again, Danny, don't insult our listeners.
I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Okay. Let's not talk about insulting listeners here.
Alienating your fan base. And that's when I stopped listening to the podcast. It was just total trash after that.
I think it was like the first 5 minutes where it kind of turned that way. I'm just saying. We went a little left field.
Protein pancakes, purple.
That's what turned out. I know. I'm sorry. That's chased away all your listeners.
That's why Apple users and everybody Apple manufacturers. That's why they can taste purple because they're out here eating protein pancakes with agave syrup. They're like, purple with agave syrup. Let's go.
Okay, so another person put frying bacon in my underwear.
You know why that's a problem, right? Antonio, you look like you're confused.
No, I'm not confused. I was looking at your reaction. You guys were all like...
Antonio's like, I don't understand why that's a problem.
No, it burns terribly.
It does burn terribly.
I was confused for a second, but then I was like, oh, wait, yeah.
If you've ever cooked bacon without a shirt, you know that it's horrible because it just burns all over.
Pain.
It's
just
the hot
endless
oil.
Pain.
Yeah.
Okay, someone burned the pan trying to boil eggs. The fire alarm went off.
Wow.
I mean, I've seen where like the water overflows because there's too much water in it, and because of like the stuff that's being released by the eggs, that's kind of what catches fire. I can understand that. That's scientifically kind of makes sense.
They just left it too long, right?
Yeah, it boils over.
Okay. Here's a good one. I know someone who left the house with boiled eggs on the stove still, didn't turn it off. All the water evaporated and the eggs exploded in the kitchen.
Okay, if you ever walk into somebody's house and you wonder what the yellow stuff is on the ceiling, they did that. Just so you know.
For some reason, I have bicycle tracks on my ceiling, so I don't know what that means.
You were cooking a bicycle and it exploded? What? How did you manage that?
He was grilling it, okay? He was grilling it.
Oh, okay. Okay,
and then
I have a...
Oh, sorry, what?
I was going to say I have a story of not something that I did, but something apparently one of our neighbors did here in the building.
That's what everybody says. My second cousin's friend that lives down the hall. It wasn't me.
This guy and
telling the story for a friend.
In his dreams, he's Spider-Man.
So, the reason we know this even happened is because it turned on the sprinklers for like half the building and caused a bunch of water damage on the other side of the building. Otherwise, we would have been none the wiser. But in any case, somebody had one of those, frozen pizzas to cook in their oven. I don't know if it was like store-bought or whatever it was, but they put the pizza in the oven with the cardboard box and then turned on the oven, and it caught fire because... It's cardboard.
It's cardboard, right? That's what cardboard does. It burns.
It burns.
So does some frozen pizzas. It tastes the exact same.
Hey, don't down frozen pizzas, man. I'm
frozen pizza will burn your house.
Okay, mister, it's not delivery, it's DiGiorno. Get out of here, all right?
I can't afford DiGiorno, okay? It's Red Baron all the way.
I was about to say Red Baron. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you like that.
Papa Mia's Pizza or something dumb like
Whatever
that.
Whatever those $1 frozen pizzas are, that's all I get.
Yeah. Just put some ranch mixed with hot sauce on it, you're golden.
Did you say crunch?
No, ranch mixed with hot sauce. It's
okay.
Mayo Racha.
Mayo Racha.
Funny. Were there any more from our listeners, or was that it?
There was adding too much milk to my mac and cheese. I made mac and cheese soup.
Yeah. I've seen that. I've seen people bring that to like picnics before too.
Really?
It looks good on the outside. You're like, oh snap! But then once you dig in and you realize what you've done,
it's like quicksand.
Yeah.
Aaron's one of those kids that walks up to the buffet table, tastes it, and is like, oh, puts it back and walks up.
Yeah, as a kid, I would have done that, but as an adult, I had to try to pretend to be somewhat mature, and so I was like, oh wait, you know what? Let me get another plate. And then you walk away.
You leave the plate there and walk away.
Right? Just, no one's looking.
No, but
I've seen that. Yeah,
that's the thing. I think though, like there's certain ways of getting around like stuff like that. Like for example, for that, not saying that's the only way. That one way that you can get around, like if you add too much milk in anything, like especially like mac and cheese, add a little bit of like cornstarch or a little bit of flour.
Yeah.
Well, more cornstarch, because that's a lot of things that like, especially like Asian like restaurants, like to thicken up like broccoli and beef, like all that stuff. They add a little bit of cornstarch and then add a little bit of, salt or whatever to kind of hit. So I can understand like there's a way to fix that. Like that's not a big deal. I think it's just a lot of people don't know small tricks like that because they don't really, they've never really had experience or don't know people that are, were chefs, or they don't really watch too much stuff on that, or they just like watching Gordon Ramsay for screaming at people.
Well, thank you for being kind to this person, Damien. You had some very kind words there.
I have to try to be nice, I guess. I don't know. What do you expect? Everybody else is bashing this person. Aaron's saying stuff because he had another experience. I'm sorry, Aaron. I'm sorry your mac and cheese is golden.
This was a traumatic event in Aaron's life here. We just take it seriously.
I never saw mac and cheese the same again.
I couldn't eat it after that.
You had dreams. No. You had to have been at this picnic. This is one of those picnics where you don't. No, I'm serious. This is one of those picnics where you don't mess up the mac and cheese.
Oh,
if you know what I'm talking about.
Oh,
you don't do that.
It's like somebody burning the carne asada at the cookout. Is that
exactly?
Yeah. Oh,
exactly.
Okay. I get it. I get it.
It's like, no, if you're gonna bring it, you better bring it.
Bring the mac.
Bring it. Don't be messing around with stuff. So yeah, they were playing games.
But whoever that listener was, there's a word of advice. If it ever happens again, you get a little, too generous with your milk. Add a little bit of cornstarch and a little bit of cheese. There, you'll fix it. You'll be able to fix it. It'll thicken up.
Baking soda? Okay.
It will.
Okay, you know,
I think
you might create an atom.
Hammer in there.
Creates a school volcano. You're trying to make a school volcano.
And too much cornstarch, it'll start to taste kind of like starchy, for lack of a better word. So you can save it, but it's not going to be that good.
Just pour it on your shirt. Pour it on a dress shirt.
But it does. But again, like I said, it depends on, because like, let's say it's like a whole, like those large like trays, lasagna trays.
Mm-hmm.
Like a teaspoon is enough cornstarch to be able to thicken it up because it'll help it. No, I'm not saying, No, I'm just saying 3 teaspoons or tablespoons.
No, but that's all I know. That's why I was just clarifying that, because someone listening may say, "Oh, I'll just dump some cornstarch in here." It's like, no.
Then it's gonna be like Daniel's curry, just all grainy. It's like
exactly. Danny's trash curry.
Dumpster curry.
Cutting the mac and cheese into
dumpster curry.
The dumpster's one of the cooking utensils. Honestly, like that's what I.
Okay,
cook it.
That's where you source your ingredients.
Okay, my goodness.
So I have a cooking mishap. Was there any more from the people or no?
No.
Okay, so I have one that came to mind. Well, a couple, but I'll just tell one for right now. And I didn't completely mess this up, but I was present when it happened. So
it was a friend then. It wasn't you, correct? We're getting this correct?
Well, the friend is the one who actually screwed it up, but it was my job to fix it, but I didn't do it. And I'm about to tell you what happened. So I was working in the kitchen at the time, and a friend of mine had some grease on a stove. It was an electric stove, but it was one of those old electric stoves, not the ones where they have now where it's like a little spiral, you know what I'm talking about? But it was actually a metal plate. Like all the plates were actually like these big, thick metal plates. It's a commercial electric stove. Anyway, he had some grease boiling in there. And I mean, it was boiling kind of rough in this pot. And I was like, yo, Josh, you might want to take a look at that, because that doesn't look normal. Grease shouldn't be boiling like that when there's nothing in the pot. Once you add something to fry, it's going to boil. But when there's nothing in there, your grease should not be boiling like that. I was like, you might want to check that out. And he's like, okay. And Josh was kind of like one of those people. I probably shouldn't be calling him out by name, but
I know. I was about to say, we've been trying to hide everybody else.
Another person shuts off the podcast.
I know. The names have been changed.
Lose your audience speed run.
Right. But he was one of those people, a little bit like me, but a lot slower, even slower than me. And I'm kind of slow myself, but he was really slow. And so he was like, okay. So he started walking over to the stove to get ready to turn it off. And he's taking so long to just walk like 10 feet to the stove to turn off the grease or whatever, that by the time he gets to the stove, the grease boils over onto the stove, lights on fire, then travels back into the bowl and explodes to the ceiling.
Oh my goodness.
That's crazy.
And I'm just sitting there like, because I was in charge at the time, and I was just sitting there like
chaos.
Yeah, and I'm just looking like, and he's like, "What do you do?" He's like, "What do I do? What do I do?" And I was like, "I have no idea."
Throw water on it.
And I flew out the kitchen. I mean, literally, I was running out. Another friend was running into the kitchen because he heard all the commotion, or another worker there, and we almost knocked each other out because it was those swinging doors. We darted. I was like, I'm out. Peace. Call 911.
Oh my goodness.
I ran because I thought it was going to explode. And so I was like, I'm not going to just stand here. And he's talking about, what do I do? Dude, I don't know. You on your own with this one.
That's why they have the special grease fire extinguishers, the silver ones. Come on.
After I calmed down, I was like, okay, grab the fire extinguisher and put it out and turn it up. But my initial reaction was to run because I'm like,
bro, you made napalm.
Yeah, exactly.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But I was literally in shock.
We don't need him.
It almost happened in slow motion. I've never seen nothing like that. I mean, it was like,
it imploded. It was like,
and I was just like, oh,
it's like Bill Nye the Science Guy. His theme's playing in the background somewhere.
Bill.
Let's see what happens when grease ignites on fire, kids.
Yeah. So that, to be fair, that's very difficult to do, I think, in most homes. But yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Well, I'll say my mishap, I guess. It was. I mean, I was grilling outside. I started up the grill, and it was one of those, ones you could buy Home Depot, Lowe's, any conventional, store, just so you can have one of those gas propane tank grills. But I guess it had been sitting out for a few months, and the gauge that was on it, that where you use it to open and close the propane tank, I guess had cracked because it was plastic. Like one part of the hose was plastic, and I didn't see that it was cracked until I kind of lifted up the propane tank, and I was like, oh snap! Like I should probably turn this off. But me, for some reason, I was like, oh, I'm gonna turn it off right now, and I don't know what came through my mind, but standing right next to the tank, I like pushed the lighter and I started the lighter, and then I just saw a huge like flame, and it was goodness. And I was like, and then it just like burnt whatever gas was like in the like air right around it, and then it was like a small, probably like a 1.5 foot like flame on top of it, because the tank, I didn't turn off the tank. So
I thought that was Davis Monfort. Was that you?
No, and then like I was very much like Aaron. I was like, I'm gonna run, but it was like close, probably like 10, 15 feet away from my house. And I'm like, if this thing explodes, something's gonna hit the side of the house. And I'm like, I'm not gonna be out there. But luckily I had a wet like rag that was right there that I had used to kind of wipe off the grill. So I grabbed it, just threw it on top, and turned off the thing. But I was like, it all happened in a matter of like 20 seconds, but it seemed like it was like 4 or 5 minutes. And I was like, what the heck am I supposed to do? Well, I'm like, do I call 911? Do I call my mom? Do I call my dad? Do I turn it off? Do I be the hero? Do I get, end up with a...
I made a blowtorch accidentally. What do I do?
Was there anybody in the house?
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Everybody else was already like inside, like prepping the meat, and like my family was inside the house, and I was supposed to go outside and like get the grill started and warm it up and everything, so we could just throw the whatever we were cooking that day. And I don't remember what we were cooking. I don't know if it was like shish kebabs or something, but I just remember that was a one mishap I had. But it's because I don't know. Again, like I said, instead of me turning it off, I just walked away from it, and I was like, to try to get another hose, because I knew I had another one of those, propane hoses to regulate, the propane going into the grill. But for some reason, I completely spaced out, didn't turn it off. And I also, again, like flicked the lighter that I had, and it just caught fire. And I was like, whoa. And ever since then, I've never been able to touch a propane tank in my life. I have nightmares of a propane tank chasing me down my street. And
Damyon, make some burgers now.
Like, no, I can't do it. I can't.
You see like those blue rhino things? You're like, ah!
Oh yeah, no. I'm beyond service.
Well, I just want to commend you that you were good not to run away, but you stuck around and you fixed the issue, and I applaud you for that. All right, Danny, do you have a mishap?
Well, I already told mine.
Oh, that's true. You did.
What, the trash curry?
I'm sure I burned other things, curry. But I haven't.
Oh yeah, that was his. Yours was the pancakes.
Yep.
Oh, that's true. What about you, Tino? Do you have one?
I haven't cooked enough for that to happen, but when I was a kid, I tried making mac and cheese. Everyone talks about how easy these box mac and cheese are. I started off by warming some milk up on the stove, and it started stinking like really bad. And then I put the noodles in it because I thought that's how you soak it up, and it got worse.
Oh my God. Okay. Yeah.
And we're done.
Yeah,
that's what I totally remembered. He also had thrown the box in with the noodles
but I
all in one.
I was probably like 15, 16, and I told somebody, and they were like, "You idiot!" And I was like, "It's not that hard." I was like, "I don't know. I just thought I could do it."
It's all right. We all know that happened 2 months ago. Anna told us.
Oh, now that I think about it, I did kind of mess something up over in Tino sauce one time. And I don't know how I did it, but I baked
You ruined my stove. Thanks for reminding me.
Somehow I messed up the stove. I baked.
He was like, "Can I bake my keto-friendly, grass-fed, vegetarian fake meat in your stove?" and he put it in there, and it just dripped some kind of liquid all the way to the bottom of the stove and started smoking. Like, it was like a gas bomb went off in my kitchen. And not just once. We tried cleaning it out, but every time we use the stove now, it's like a gas, it's a film fills the air.
Oh man!
And Aaron laughs and says, "My bad." And I say, "It's okay, Aaron."
What else? Sorry, I didn't know what else to do. I just apologized.
And then Aaron ran out of there. He was like, "All right, I'll see you later."
Aaron just booked it out. He smashes through a window, rolls, gets in his car, drives off.
Because I call 911.
Comes back, sprays me down with a fire extinguisher. Leaves again. Calls 911.
Unfortunately, most of my mishaps involve running at some point during the mishap.
The fire department shows up at his house because he gave him his own address.
Right, exactly. You go there and put that fire out. Even when Damyon was telling his story, he was like, I started to run, and I'm thinking to myself, like, yeah, I would have ran.
Yeah.
I would have been in my car down the street, and I would have called my mom and be like, you might want to get out the house.
I'm like, Damyon kept his senses, being like, yeah, okay, this could really injure my family. I think I'm going to take a chance here.
Yeah. I would have been like, they have hope for the future. So.
They have a hope.
I'm out. Don't go out the back door.
Moral of the story, don't have Aaron cook at your house. Especially if it's some weirdo like keto. I don't know what it was.
Now I know. I remember we had gone to California and he had gone to the store and he bought some Gouda cheese or something like that. And I was like, dude, this is smoking a little bit more than it should. Yeah. Because I know it's fine. And I was like, and it was all in my eyes. My eyes were all red and everything because I was helping. Like, it was me and Aaron grilling, but he was all standing. Now I know why he stood back. He was all standing back, just all fine. And I was like, with my eyes wide open.
I didn't buy the Gouda cheese. I bought the Bata cheese.
Dude.
Oh, man. Yeah, I do remember
Downfill.
That was funny. That was funny.
Yeah. And I was like, we probably messed up that hotel. We'll probably never be able to go back again. But
I'm sure the grill was ruined after that. But hey, those burgers were great. With the smoked Gouda. Man.
Yeah, it really was smoked. It was
literally smoked.
Oh,
I don't know why those like vegan natural cheeses just do terrible things to your equipment.
It's got more cardboard in it than the box it comes in.
Just like what it does to your body.
I'm sure it does.
I was about to say, like, that thing probably has more chemicals than regular cheese. It's probably less harmful.
Probably. Yeah, probably.
Like that big truck that picks up your recyclables, it just shows up at Whole Foods and dumps all those boxes into like a shredder.
Right.
Cheese maker.
Right, exactly.
This one's salmon. It's a vegan salmon. This
Why is it a little? I know. Why is it a little brown on the bottom? Oh, we forgot. We missed a spot. Oh man,
it's pre-cooked. You're good.
Why does all my broccoli have barcodes on them?
Oh man, yeah, cardboard. All right. Well, I think we have now reached the point in our show today where we are going to do some truth or dab. And Tino, did you find those cards, by the way?
I didn't. I apologize immensely.
Okay, cool. So let's take a second right now. So
Moment of silence for the cards.
Right.
Antonio burned them. He saw what was written on them. It's like, nah, we're not doing that.
No, it was a mac and cheese recipe on them. So he was like, memories. No.
Well, let's take a second to everybody grab your sauces and whatever food you're going to be eating with it. I have to grab mine real quickly, so give me 1 second.
Bottoms up, guys.
Oh, geez, if you die, man, you would just straight up die. You'd be better off drinking Clorox at that point.
It's like in the shows where they like blur out the vomit. It's like, oh no. You don't want to see this. It's all bad. I did not know the blur feature would do that, and it's awesome.
He gave me some cards and I lost them.
Oh, here they are.
Yeah, at Danny's house. Want to see another magic trick? Is this your cards? Oh my gosh!
Oh, here they are right here. I found them in my hot sauce bottle. have to not eat all the chips. I should have gotten some.
Oh man, I got to keep this podcast going. Okay, so controversial opinions about.
Is this the hot take thing?
Hey, we can always edit it out. It's not a big deal.
I'm not editing anything on this one. I'm tired of editing.
Okay,
We're gonna keep in everything.
You're like, we're gonna alienate all of our listeners.
Like this person.
So what haven't we talked about yet?
I was about to say all 12 of them. They're all gonna be roasted tonight. Oh wait, I'm one of them. Never mind. Just kidding.
No.
Damon just logs off.
All right. So
I'm like, well, that's enough for today.
That's enough podcast for today.
All right. So the first thing we're gonna do is just do some trivia. We're just gonna go around and ask some questions. And if you get the answer wrong, you have to eat a little bit of whatever you brought with you, whether it's wings or chips, with the first sauce. So sauce number 1 is not the bomb, but it's the other sauce that you got. And that is going to be the first sauce. So Danny, which sauce do you have?
Garlic Reaper sauce.
Okay, yeah, that's going to kill you.
Yeah, I'm like, that's worse than the bomb, isn't it? Carolina Reapers?
No, it's not worse than the bomb. Trust me.
Okay. You're like, oh no, you didn't.
He measured the Scoville units on every single bottle, and he was like, okay.
Don't worry. We'll save that for last. Damien, which one is yours?
It's the zombie apocalypse sauce. That's what it says.
Okay. You too will die. Antino, what is yours?
Mine says son of zombie wing sauce. And then it says accidentally healthy, intentionally delicious. I don't know how to take that.
That's what
it's vegan. It's vegan.
Easy. Yeah. It's nothing. And I have sriracha.
I knew it. He was gonna. I thought he was gonna be like, and I have tapatio.
Frank's Red Hot.
I got some Tabasco here.
Danny's just adding cornstarch to it. I heard this works.
Mine's pretty
I just put some milk in the sauce.
Oh man, that's funny. All right. All right, Danny, we'll start off with some easy questions. So let's. Oh yeah, you're gonna die, but not from the first one. So let's start with some quick trivia questions. So Danny, this question's for you. We'll start off a little bit easier. This is an easy one for you.
Ooh, I smelled it and woke up.
What is the name of the biggest technology company in South Korea? And these are not multiple choice.
In South Korea?
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be Samsung.
Yep.
Oh,
Damien.
Yes.
Which animal can be seen on the Porsche logo?
On the Porsche logo. Porsche. I'm trying to remember.
Jaguar.
Shut up. I'm trying to remember on the Porsche logo. I think it might be a horse, a Mustang, a horse or something.
A horse.
Final answer, a horse.
I'm watching you. Okay,
I'm not. I'm just putting the cap on my bottle.
There's some debate as to whether a Porsche is actually an animal or not. We don't know yet. It's a mythical creature, I think. That's what it's classified as.
Jaguar.
Nobody's ever seen one.
Antino.
Jaguar.
Antino.
That counts as your answer, Antino.
You're gonna give me an intentionally hard one.
No. The first questions are going to be easier. So for you, who has more number ones on the Billboard?
I don't know this stuff, Aaron. You think I know this stuff? I don't pay attention to these things.
You have doomed me.
Who has more number one singles on the Hot 100 chart than any other artist?
The Eagles. I don't know. Or was it? Or I don't know.
Is it the Eagles? Is that your final guess?
Yes.
Or final answer?
Yes.
No, wrong. So you have to eat some.
No, that's not fair. They all got easy ones. This one was hard. I told you.
Yours was easy. Think about it. Who would have more number ones than any other artist ever?
The Beatles.
Yes.
I was like, you were literally waiting for Jacob to be here so you could make fun of him.
Okay, remember we just did that episode or last season about all the top 100 whatevers, and it was like Tim McGraw and the Eagles.
No, that was the albums, but we're talking about singles.
Oh,
Hot 100 singles. Who had the most
number ones? Of course, I would have known that was that big of it.
Okay, so you lost. You got your question wrong.
No, I didn't. I got
So
it
you
right.
gotta do no.
I
So
got
you
it
gotta
right,
do.
please.
No, you didn't. No. So you gotta do a little dab.
He's like, no,
It's a little
please.
dab.
Dude, this
You
game
gotta show us
stinks.
on the
I didn't
camera.
I didn't even want to do this. Okay. Eric.
That's too bad. That's too bad.
It's like so it's like you're going through what is it? The 5 stages of grief? What is it? It's like first there's
17
anger.
stages of
Then there's bargaining. I could have done something.
Oh, that reminds me of. I have to show y'all a skit, but we'll do it when we're done. It's this funny skit about that. The 5 stages of grief.
It's a
As
giraffe,
a-
and the giraffe's freaking out. 'cause
The
it's seeing
giraffe,
quick-
yeah.
Yeah, the giraffe.
Come on,
I
Aaron,
love
that's
that.
like 14 years old by now.
Okay, well, I still love
It's old
it
enough
today.
to drink, but that's okay. It's still funny.
All right, so let's.
I'm just hoping you guys
hear-
forget about this. I mean,
Nope, we're not forgetting. Go ahead.
Antonio accidentally puts the bomb on there instead. Like, yeah,
Oh,
no.
God.
we'll drop the bomb. There used to be
Let
this
me-
song on DDR Max, and it was called "Drop the Bomb." And it would
All
be
right.
like, "So drop the bomb."
All right, go ahead.
take your bite here.
Can you see it?
Yep. Dip it again because I didn't see you dip it. Bring up your plate so we can see you dip the sauce.
I could just bite the other side of the wing. To be honest, you wouldn't be none the wiser, my friend.
Well, yeah, we're
Okay.
talking
If I
about
pour this on my
honesty.
laptop, I'm gonna be very upset.
There you go. Okay,
There we
that's
go.
good. I just wanted to see you. That's all. Yes, you got it. Yep, I see. Stop trying to rub it off.
Like, if I keep.
Right.
Sweet.
It's sweet.
Oh gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Instantly
see, like,
goes right here though.
A mushroom cloud, like.
Not too bad.
Not too bad. Okay. All right. Good. You survived.
Mutes himself.
All right.
You see him run out like, oh my.
Danny, what is
He
the
can't hear
rarest
you.
M&M?
He has. There you go.
Sorry.
There we go.
All right, Danny, what is the rarest M&M color?
Oh. Green?
Nope. Your turn.
What's the actual color?
Brown.
Brown.
I was gonna
That's
say
the
brown.
rarest color?
Yeah. Even though it's chocolate.
That's super weird.
Well, I mean, the shell's not chocolate, but
See, I would think that it would be brown, but I think I'm thinking more of eye color actually than M&M's.
Oh, you're pouring it directly on.
yeah, that's what we're supposed to do, aren't we?
I mean, how else am I gonna get it on the chip? I mean, I gotta get,
Oh, you have chips. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, I got chips.
Pansy. You've got
Pretty good.
You got the "we forgot his name" look on your face.
We forgot his name.
We forgot his name.
So how is it? Is it hot?
It's hot, but it's not bad. Like,
Does yours taste sweet?
no, I can taste the garlic.
Okay.
I feel
All
like it's one of those things where the heat's gonna build a little and make me sweat, but I won't be like suffering.
Okay.
Yeah, this
So
one's
you
actually
could-
good. I'd eat it.
Yeah, I would eat it. Like on a
Okay.
normal whatever.
Got you.
Yeah,
Okay.
in different
cool.
circumstances where my life doesn't depend on it. Yes, I would.
Good. Right.
I would drink
Right.
it. I would drink it straight. Let's just be honest.
Oh, are we doing that?
All right, Damyon. What is a
Yes, sir.
what is a common name for dried plums?
Dried plums.
Mhm.
Dried plums. Common name for dried plum. I don't know. Is there a term in English,
Yep.
or is it talking about the
you
word
see,
in Spanish?
That's not fair. Say it in Spanish.
All right. I mean, I could say it in Spanish, but off the top of my head, I
Well,
can't
that's okay.
remember.
You could say it in
Um,
Spanish. That's fine.
I'm trying to remember the English word too. But dried plums in Spanish is saladitos, because it's like
Okay,
that's what it is
hold
technically.
up.
But it's
Okay. Let me look it up real quickly. I got
no, but I'm trying to remember the English name. That's why I'm trying
No,
to
that's
off the top
okay.
of my head.
That's okay. That's okay. No, I'll take that answer if you want.
I wasn't
hold up.
sure, but I thought that's interesting.
Hold up. Let me see something real quickly. Say it again.
Saladitos.
The English word is just dried plums.
No.
Isn't it prunes?
Is it prunes? Because I was like, is it? I don't think it's prunes, is it?
The question is for Damien.
Hey, I have a call a friend still, so let me talk to Antonio. Phone a friend. No,
hey, that's a good idea. We could do that in a future game. Phone
Hi, this is Damien. I'm on a podcast. You're on a what? I'm on a podcast right now.
I'm on a podcast. Why are you calling me at 9?
Hey, that's a good idea. We can actually do that.
Imagine. Why are you calling me at 8:30 on a Friday? I'm trying to have fun. What are you talking about? A trivia.
What's your final answer, Damien?
Final answer. I'm trying to think. I'm just gonna go with prunes because that's the first thing to come off of. No, it's not. Let me think about it. Let me think about it. Actually,
Jaguar.
You gotta give me some time.
Jaguar.
You got 10 seconds.
Oh, it's a Jaguar. 10 seconds. Okay.
Don't overthink it.
I don't know. Mama, please help me.
Quattro, Trace.
I'm just gonna go with that. I don't know. I'll take it.
Yeah,
yes.
It is prunes.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. I got it.
You should thank Antino for that because he gave you the answer.
Yeah,
just for that.
I knew it in Spanish. Quattro.
Okay, I said it right. Okay, good.
Yeah, you did. Hey,
Yo soy fantastico.
Oh yeah, Antonio Banderas.
Antino, this is your question. What is the only edible food that never goes bad? Only
obviously not flour, okay?
Antino gets a free pass though, right? Because of the
Yeah, I get a free pass. Salt?
You know what? I'm gonna give you that one.
Seasoning, isn't it?
That's not.
Shut up, Danny. Hey, Danny.
Sorry, excuse me.
Mute yourself. This is my question here.
Well, technically, salt is a seasoning, but it is edible though. So I'm gonna give you that one. Yeah, we'll give you that.
But it's honey, right?
But the correct answer is honey.
Yeah.
I found that out and I was like, honey never spoils? I didn't
you
even
can
know
eat
that.
Prehistoric honey that was around during dinosaur times and be fine.
Yeah, me and Aaron had a few cups of that prehistoric honey last week.
Oh jeez. You're just sitting there and just waiting for it to come out of the cup.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We started last week. We finished yesterday.
This is as slow as molasses.
And we just gave up. We didn't even get to taste it. We're like, yeah, okay. We're done here.
All right, one more round of trivia, then we'll move on to one more round of trivia, then we'll go on to our second phase. Our second final.
This is where you get dunked in whatever the hot sauce is.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like one of those dunking machines. There you go. Oh,
my eyes!
All right,
temporarily
Danny,
blind.
We're doing science now. Danny, here's your question. What is the hottest planet in the solar system? And I know you're going to get this right.
The hottest planet?
Yeah, I have faith in you, sir.
Come on, Danny.
I would say Mercury, but isn't it Venus?
Which you got to pick one.
I'll go with Mercury.
Wrong. You'll be doing another chip.
What is it?
Okay.
It's Venus.
Oh, I thought it was Mercury.
It's Venus has that atmosphere that just like
Mercury is the closest planet.
Yeah, but Venus is the hottest.
Well, have you been there? Have you been there? And how do you really know?
Well,
I was about to say a joke, but we're gonna keep it censored because he doesn't want to edit it. So I'm not gonna say anything.
No, say everything.
And we're back.
And we're back.
I was talking about the planets. We're talking about planets here, guys. We're talking about planets here. What you talking about?
Damien, you need hot sauce for that one.
I'll take a shot of it. I'll take a shot. Let's go.
Boom.
Let's go.
Instantly just loses your tongue.
I'll do that. I'll do it. You know what?
It your nose and pour it down your nose.
Dude, I mean, you need to make a hot sauce called COVID-19 that just destroys everything.
Oh. Destroys your hopes and dreams.
All right, hey, if I get this one wrong, I'll have two
Damien,
dabs.
did you eat another chip, Damien?
No, he
Me?
did.
Daniel.
Yeah,
Danny.
I did.
Oh, you did? I didn't see you.
No, I saw him. He did.
He did.
Like,
with the sauce?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I'll eat another one if you want, but
Here,
I got it on
liking
both
it.
sides
He
of the
likes
mouth
it.
now.
Okay, good.
Yeah, that's where for me it got right here instantly.
Yeah, I can feel it like right here more than anything.
Okay. Not bad. All right. Damien, here's your question. What color is your blood when it's inside your body?
when it's inside of your body. I'm trying to think.
And with you being in the medical field, you should.
I know. I was about to say I should kind of know this. Being in the medical field, I'm trying to. I don't off the top of my head. I don't even remember it.
10.
I'm just gonna say red off the top of my head. I'm just gonna say red. I don't remember.
Purple.
It's probably gonna be like purple or blue.
You got that green blood.
No, you're right. It is red.
Oh, okay. I was like, I don't think it changes color. I'm like, there is pigmentation. Like when you get hurt, it turns like purplish, bluish.
No,
but...
yeah, I was trying to throw you off by.
It's a trick question.
Yeah, it is.
The old wives' tale. You've got green blood. I mean, it's not green. It's blue, right? The old wives' tale.
Yeah.
Blue or something.
Yeah, somebody got blue blood. Yes.
Yep.
All right, Antino. Tino.
I was like, what?
All right,
Hang out with old wives. I'm sorry.
And we're back.
All right, Antino. Here's your question. How many teeth? Oh no, we're not gonna do that one. Here's one for you.
How many teeth does alligator have without a toothbrush? That's the question.
Exactly. No, what tissues connect the muscles to the bones?
Bones connect to the eyeball.
That's not gonna help.
That's not gonna help you.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat the question?
What tissues connect the muscles to the bones?
Can you spell that, please?
Can you use it in a sentence, please?
Muscles to the bones.
Yeah. What tissue connects the muscles to the bones? What is it called?
I don't know.
The muscles to the bones?
Like sinews?
No.
That's what holds the muscles together, right? So what connects it to the bone? I don't like these questions because then I start thinking about my body, and I really don't like to think about what goes on inside here.
No, I don't think any of us do.
No.
I don't know.
Yeah. What is that?
Cartilage?
Take a guess. Just guess. Take a guess.
Skin.
No.
What? No. Wait. No.
Inner skin. Ligaments. Ligaments.
Skin. That is correct, but no. All right, you have to do another.
What is it?
Another bite. It's called a tendon.
Okay.
Yeah, they're tendons.
Brothers. Well, sorry for not being a medical expert.
Well, you will. You're going to become a nursing assistant, so you need to know these things. Yes, you are.
Tony's like, this is my new career path.
Did you even put sauce on that? I didn't see you put some. Okay, just making sure.
We'll trust them. We'll trust them.
This is the honor system, Aaron. Come on.
No,
We're all brothers here.
There's like ketchup on my plate.
Yeah, I totally.
Like, give me some more, bro.
This isn't even that bad.
All right. Now comes the fun part.
Yeah, the fun part.
Yeah. So we are going to start with
Never
the bomb.
have fun with Aaron, that's for sure.
Yeah.
This is fun.
Yeah. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to give a scenario, and everyone is going to vote for what? Or what do you want to do, Antino? Do you want to do something different?
No, I'm just confused. The scenario, like.
Oh, so I'll give you a scenario or something. I'll ask you a question or a scenario, and you answer the question. Everyone's going to answer the exact same question. And then whoever had the worst answer is the one who has to eat the sauce with the bomb.
The bomb sauce?
The chicken, the bomb sauce.
Who's the judge of this? Who's the judge of these answers, though? Are we going live on Instagram? Is that what we're doing?
No.
Facebook?
What you're going to do is just, you can just send me who you think had the worst story or the worst answer. And
define worst.
It's your personal opinion. Whatever you think is the worst.
Like, doesn't fit, or like the one that fits perfectly, but it is completely horrible. Like, you shouldn't say it.
It's whatever you want it to be. Whatever you feel is the worst. Who gave the worst answer? So the replies need to be quick because we got to keep this moving. So
we don't want to give the worst answer.
So you got 30 seconds. You got 30 seconds to give your answer. Okay. All right. Are you going to be timing it, Antino?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we're supposed to text you the answer too?
No, you don't text me the answer. You
just
answer
okay.
answer the question, and at the very end, whoever had the worst story loses. Whoever has the least amount of votes.
I'll intentionally lose so I can get a dab because like these chicken wings are getting cold on me.
You're gonna text me and just tell me who you thought gave the worst story. So let's start.
Aaron.
Yeah, right. Exactly. so for the first one, we're gonna use the stories with one of the stories that we already told, and that's gonna be our cooking mishap. So who had the worst cooking mishap story? Whoever gets the most votes is the one who will be doing the bomb first.
I'm voting.
These are
for
anonymous
myself.
votes, right? These are anonymous, right?
It is. I'm not going to tell you I'm not going to answer.
You just show the phone with like
so this person got this many votes.
Oh wow.
We all voted for each other.
My story stunk.
And I'm going to vote. Okay, well, I'm sorry. But Danny, you lost.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You got almost every vote except for one.
I know.
So, you just have to do a little dab. Don't do a whole lot. Just do a little dab of it.
It's pretty bad.
Why is it blurred out? Is it ketchup?
Why is it blurred out? No, this is legit. This is,
I know.
The picture that he put on it is we had to blur it out.
Hey.
Okay.
Is that too much?
You can dip a little bit of it off. Yeah. Just a little bit. Do you have a plate? Yeah. Because you really just want a little dab just to try it first.
That's enough to almost kill yourself, but not yet.
Let me see.
That's good. I think the one he has in his right hand is better.
Okay, yes.
It won't be too much. I think the one on the left is a little too much.
Yeah, you just want to wait. Okay, never mind. Whatever.
Just let it sink in.
It doesn't taste good.
It's just straight fire.
Yep.
Like hydrochloric acid just burning everything, your insides.
I never knew when they said it tastes bad. I didn't know what that meant. I'm like, how could it taste bad? It is spicy though. Like wherever it hits in your mouth, it like spreads back to your throat when you swallow it. But it doesn't taste good. It doesn't have a good flavor.
And he's going for the water.
No.
Hey, are we gonna do that? Are we all gonna take one last dab and see who would last the longest without going for water?
Oh, sheesh. I'm already.
We should have done that since the beginning. Just start the podcast, all get a bite, and then see who lasts the whole podcast. I'm ready.
Okay, Aaron.
I'm ready for the next one.
All right, let me see. Let me think of another scenario. Okay. Between the four of us, who would you least like to go on a road trip with?
What? I don't think I've gone on a road trip with Damyon.
Yeah, we've never been in the same car. Yeah.
We've been in the same places.
Been in the same places. Yeah, never in the same car together.
Well,
so that could be a hint.
We drove to Phoenix at least a couple times, right? Maybe once.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, we've gone to Phoenix and stuff like that. So you can kind of count that. But our service is not a long road trip. It's a road trip, I guess. But I'm putting myself because I want to try this sauce.
You don't really. You don't really want to try it.
Truth be told, I've been on road trips with pretty much all you people, so.
So which was your least favorite?
Okay, so I'm gonna say the least amount of miles that I've traveled with someone is Damyon, so I'll have to put Damyon.
You don't have to tell us who you're voting for.
No, we're gonna say it. You got to say it.
You got to say it now.
Now we said it. All right. Daniel's for me. Daniel's out the race. All right. I don't really know him. I'm not gonna throw him under the bus like that. I gotta go with Aaron. I can handle Antonio, but I know Aaron's gonna come out with some weird next level stuff. I'm just kidding. I'm just picking Aaron because I'm like, I don't know, because I don't think there's any three of you guys that I would be like, oh, I don't really want to go on a road trip with.
I've been on a road trip with Antonio. It was fun.
Oh, it was terrible though.
Antonio tells me it was terrible, but it wasn't as bad as the other ones he told me about.
I did some.
I thought it was fine. I thought it was fine. My only concern, I think, would be if I went on a road trip with Aaron, if he tried to make me eat something healthy, because
I went to IKEA and he judged me for wanting to eat a hot dog there.
That's what I'm worried about. Okay. There.
Aaron, that's 2 votes. That's 2 votes. Aaron.
I'm a little concerned.
I paid $24 for like 3 tacos at this Mexican food place right next door because I didn't want to get a hot dog.
No, tell the truth. Tell the truth.
Wait.
You paid how much for those tacos?
24?
You paid how much for those tacos?
Maybe Aaron paid, but I still was hurt by it.
Exactly.
Why would you pay $24, Aaron? Why?
It wasn't $24.
It was.
It was not $24. No, I can look up the restaurant right now and tell you exactly how much they were. It was not $24.
FYI.
And you didn't even pay. I paid.
Still,
so
I was still upset.
I hooked you up with some good food.
It wasn't
the
enough
bomb
to eat.
fire goes down into your stomach, just so you know. You start to feel it.
Aaron, you got 2 votes. I think you won that one.
Wait, no, it could be a tie though.
It's a split, I think.
Wait, hold up, Danny. Okay, and then Tino and Tino voted for. Yeah, so it's a split between me and Damyon.
All right.
Damien's like, I changed my vote to Aaron.
No, I voted for Aaron.
You already did, actually.
That's what I'm saying. All right, well, you know what? Since I didn't do nothing last round, I'm gonna put a dab of both, bro. I'm gonna go crazy.
No. What?
I'm crazy.
No.
Just go for the bomb first.
Try the small one on its own because it'll actually taste good.
Okay, you know what? Since we both got voted out, I'll go ahead and since we got a tie, we'll both just do it. How's that?
That's fair.
Yeah, because we both got.
Sounds good.
Because it.
Those tacos stunk.
All right.
The only time that I've hated free tacos.
All right.
Don't put a lot on there.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Yeah, don't do a lot.
I'm gonna regret it. I'm regretting it.
That's too much. You put 2 drops.
Hold up. Let me see.
You didn't see him. He was like.
Wait, say something.
There you go. Can you see me?
That's
you got
way.
it? That's how much I got.
That's a lot.
That's how much I got. I'm taking it. I don't care.
No.
That's a lot.
No taking it back. I got some milk right here, and I got a trash can just in case. I gotta be like, what?
It's gonna burn going down. It's gonna burn coming up, dude.
Yep.
All right, ready?
The taste is what's gonna get you at first.
Wait. Don't. You already did it. Okay, I'll go. Whatever.
Dude, what do you think of the taste? It has it tastes like an aftertaste before you've it tastes like should taste like something after you've eaten it, but it's the first flavor you get.
I actually had this taste before. Let me finish eating. There. One time we went to Sierra Vista and we had these things called tortas ahogadas, which is.
What was that? Aaron, what did you eat something, Aaron?
It's ice cream.
Ice cream.
You're already at it. In right away.
But it's not really even ice cream. It's just like some kind of frozen concoction that's supposed to almost be ice cream. I can't believe it's not ice cream.
It is. It's ice cream.
So it's margarine.
It's like it's almost plastic, but it's enough plastic that you can consume in one sitting.
It's enough that only a human would eat it, like nothing else touches it.
Oh, this stuff is horribly hot. Oh my god.
It is hot. It's
no,
hot.
But like I was saying though, I had that torta ahogada, and it's a sandwich dipped in chili sauce, literally. They cover it in chili sauce, and I had that same exact taste and feeling.
What do you think? So do you like the taste?
You are taking it better though, Damien.
Like I said, it's an unfair advantage.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm suffering though.
I'm asthmatic, bro. I'm about to die. I can't breathe.
Damien eats hot sauces and gets memories back.
Childhood memories. It's a core memory. No, sorry. Do you like the flavor though, or is it not a good flavor?
I think it's just, like you said, that burning flavor is kind of like, I feel like a lot of people don't really like it because it's like a lingering burning flavor in the back of your throat, and you're like, it's kind of hard to breathe sometimes. You're like, But yeah, like I said,
a lot on your.
That's the only time that I've ever like really like had too much salsa is when I had that torta ahogada and Sierra Vista, like I said, because it was ghost pepper, and they're like, it's hot, and I was like, nah, I'm fine, I could deal with it. And like I said, it's a sandwich, and they pour salsa over it, like this type of salsa, and they just pour it all over the sandwich. So the bread is just like soaked with salsa, and like if it doesn't have like spicy salsa, it's fine. But like it had the exact same taste, and I'm like, whoa, I haven't had that feeling in a while. But yeah, my chest is. All right. My chest is hurts.
Last question. Between the four of us, who is the most likely to say the most inappropriate thing at the inappropriate time?
Are we gonna say it, or are we gonna text it to you?
You know it's gonna be me, Aaron.
Antonio,
this is rigged.
I'm sorry.
This is rigged. This is rigged.
Antonio, you hadn't had anything yet. That's why I was gonna say
either me or Antonio.
Damien, I don't know you well enough, but Antonio, I do. I know you well enough.
Yeah, even if I said myself, I already know you and then Aaron are gonna say Antonio, so I'm already outnumbered. So.
There's this guy I worked with one time, and I would whisper like stupid things about people to him when we were like working, and he was the only person who could hear it. Like I'd just say something under my breath, and he was the only person who could hear it. And he'd be like looking around, he's like, "What the heck? How come no one else can hear all this?"
Yeah, okay, that's nice, but you lost.
That is so dumb.
It's time for your pain.
No.
No, so okay, the bomb sauce. You saw the first ingredient is habanero peppers, right?
What's the most inappropriate thing I've said around you guys?
Oh, I can't
really repeat it.
Anyway,
so there.
Exactly.
We're gonna keep this family friendly, right? I'm just kidding. No, it's not that bad. This reminds me of when I had I was at a gas station in Bowie.
You're like,
and they had sushi.
Gas.
I'm just kidding.
Okay, so wait, while you're talking, I'm just gonna show everyone.
Wait, how much did you put on there?
Do you see it?
Wait, is that all sauce?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a lot.
That's a lot, man.
You're gonna regret it. Trust me. I put 3 dabs on it. Daniel, when I put it down a little bit more, after you said that, a little bit more fell.
Dude, I saw the 2 like drops, and I'm like, that's more than enough already.
I know, and then when I went down, because I looked, you said something, and I put it down, and I didn't look at it, and it dropped again, and I was like, oh my goodness.
Oh man!
Hey, it does help to eat more of the chicken, though. It's been helping me because I'm like, I don't want to touch that milk yet.
Antonio, it's not good.
I gotta go. I'm sorry.
It's not good. It's like, I'll be back.
Oh, that was perfect.
That was a great way to end it.
That was the real reason I wanted to do this.
No.
Yeah. This sauce is no joke. Seriously.
No. So, it reminds me. Looking at the ingredients now, I remember this. I do remember this flavor, but more I remember the heat.
Well, what really makes the taste explode is the chipotle. It's a lot of chipotle in there. Normally, you know when you use.
What?
I'm laughing because Antino is gone.
He's just gone. David, you're sweating too, right? It gets the sweat. Like you start.
Like I think that's the thing that's the worst is like you guys said, like you feel it like in your jaws right here, and then the top of your mouth, like where you usually like will feel like when you have a like brain freeze, you have the same exact feeling.
But it's hot, it's heat.
And like the thing that's worse, like the milk, I don't know if it'll work. And I'm like, I don't want to touch it yet.
I don't like milk, so I'm like, I'm not willing to drink it to cool off. So I'm like, I'll just suffer.
I love milk, but I'm willing to push it out because I'm like, but yeah, I'm feeling it.
So
is he gargling? Is this an ASMR challenge?
He is gargling
Antonio,
with milk.
Antonio, what is your take on the flavor? How do you feel about the flavor of this sauce?
I'm just look at his face.
He's like, no, he's like, no, no.
Oh my goodness. It got him speaking. He went deaf. He's speaking sign language.
It got him signing. It's that bad.
He's signing.
Antonio is now mute. He's like, I'm just gonna sign.
He's mute. Oh my goodness. That hurts. Oh my gosh, it hurts. The cough.
It hurts. Help me.
Oh, it came up.
Help me.
That's why I have ice cream.
The burning, like eventually it goes down your throat into your gut. Like you can.
It does, but like I said, like when you eat like something spicy, like hot Cheetos, and then later in the day you cough and it comes up a little bit. That's just happened, and I'm like, oh,
dude, you're gonna have da bomb burps, and it's gonna be bad.
I know. Tomorrow I'm gonna be at work, and I'll be like, oh, I gotta throw up.
It's like instant heartburn. Just
my goodness. Whew.
So I had, I forget what kind of. It was some kind of. It was an olive stuffed with habanero peppers.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I don't have any problem with jalapenos really. So I'm just gonna eat this thing. And I ate it. And it was the same kind of burn where like I ate it and I just like felt like all the heat in my mouth. And
God.
Oh my God. Whoa!
This man is chugging the whole gallon of milk.
I can't, dude. This is terrible.
I told you just to do a little bit.
You got a lot, Antonio. You got like at least two big drops.
Yeah,
on
I said just a little dab. I was trying to protect people.
You almost got it as bad as Damyon.
Yeah.
And I was like,
only this didn't remind me of my childhood. Okay.
No, this is current. This is new trauma right here.
Oh,
this is new trauma.
Oh, ooh, that's something else. Ugh.
But the same kind of
my chest
is what I'm experiencing. Like I remember that. And this.
well, let's end the podcast first. And Tino, can you do the outro?
Oh my goodness.
Antonio's like, no, you're dead to me. You're all dead to me.
And this is how the podcast ended.
So, Aaron,
that's how Antonio died.
I really appreciate you purchasing this because I was right. I would not have eaten any more than I just did of this, if for no other reason because of the flavor.
Hey, next time, you better watch out, Aaron, because the next time I say I'm gonna give you something to eat, I'm gonna put this inside there.
That one is good though.
But this one is very good. I like this.
That one is good.
I like this one a lot.
I didn't even get a chance to try this one. I'm gonna have to try this one.
This one's prank fuel.
Yeah,
I'm gonna use this on somebody else.
Yeah. Just warn them first. Just warn them.
No, don't do it.
No. It's gonna be like one drop in a burger. They won't know how far along it is, and they'll take a bite and be like, "What is this burger?"
Oh, that's
true. That's mean. You put it, you mix it with a little bit of ketchup, and you just put it on their patty, and you're like, "Oh, here, I put some ketchup on your burger. Here you go."
Some ketchup in there.
That's mean, but yeah.
I wouldn't actually do that, but it would be hilarious if that. It would be really funny.
The first time I had this sauce, we were it was a group of us together. And I had bought a few of the ones from Hot Ones. We were eating mini chimneys, and we were just going from hotter. And so when we got to the bomb, which was not the hottest, technically this is not the hottest one.
Not the hottest, right?
But it was the worst one to me. So we get to this one, and I didn't know it was that bad because I'm like, well, these other ones, we have like 3 more that are hotter, so this can't be too bad. So I put I put more than Antino put on his, or more than Damyon put on his. Like I put a nice amount. And I took a bite of the chimney.
No.
Dead. Me and a few other friends. All of us were dead. We had no idea what we were getting ourselves into.
I think it's more of that feeling that it gives you. It's not necessarily the taste, but like
it's the
Daniel said, like that aftertaste that hits you from the beginning. Like it's just you feel it. I still feel it. My goodness. I think and now I see why everybody at Apple saying purple, because gosh, bro, I'm tasting colors right now. I'm seeing
it's like mute.
He had to mute himself. Like I can't even say.
Antonio's like, I think I'm gonna be sick.
I'm seeing guys.
Yeah, don't drink too much milk either. That's just nasty.
Aaron, though, you've seen episodes of Hot Ones.
Yeah,
Of course. Consistently in all the episodes, almost all of the episodes I've seen, the one that everybody has a problem with is the bomb. They'll have the last one and be like, oh, this is spicy but not so bad. But the bomb, they're always like, oh, like,
right.
Oh man, this is bad.
No, you're absolutely right. But when we were actually doing it, I had kind of forgot about that. And I said to myself, there's 3 more that are hotter than this. So I'm like, this can't be
surely that bad. Can't be that bad.
Right. And the one before that one, I believe, was the one that he has. I think it's like this, it's like a sweet, like a garlic habanero or something like that.
You know, looking at the ingredients, I feel like this orange juice concentrate is what makes it worse. Since it's a bit acidic, you know, maybe from that orange juice, that citrus, I feel like maybe that's what makes it worse. The bomb? Because the bomb, it says orange. It says orange juice, habanero peppers, chipotle puree, which like I've had that before, and then like all the different peppers. But I feel like that's what makes it worse is that citrus.
I think it's the orange juice. I think the chipotle makes it bad.
They just found the perfect storm of horribleness.
And then added orange juice to it. That's why. See, that's why I don't like orange juice. I'm never drinking orange juice again.
Well, if you ever want to shut me up, just give me this stuff, because.
Oh man! So for me, I'm gonna have to not put this in the cupboard because my mom.
So we all taking
use it in my breakfast, and I'll be like trying to eat my breakfast and be like, "Oh my god, I think I'm sick today. I'm out sick today. I'm done."
He calls out for 2 weeks. He's like, I can't go. I think I got COVID or something.
Bro, I wish I had COVID or something right now.
This would burn it out of me.
Where's the vaccine for this stuff?
So Carolina Reaper
just hold the milk. Just hold the milk in your mouth for a while, but don't keep drinking it. All
right, I'm gonna go back to the one that I liked. I'm gonna have a little bit of that on another chip because I'd rather have that flavor.
But Antino, you need to go ahead and wrap it up.
This has been.
Antonio's now enfeebled. Like he's like, I can't.
I am having an existential crisis right now. I don't know where I am in life right now that I am here.
You know, my nose was a little.
He's like, I don't know what led me to this to this point in my life.
I'm gonna go lay down. So
and cry. He's like, I'm gonna go home and cry.
I am home and I am crying.
I'm already crying. But they're not tears that you chose to cry. It's
okay. I'm gonna mute everyone so I can say the outro uninterrupted. Bye.
Bye.
This has been 2 Crazy Scoops with Aaron, myself, I'm Antino, with Damyon Kotzambasis and Danny Carlile. I hope this isn't the last episode, but if my tongue does not recover from this, sadly, this may be goodbye, and I will have to start a video podcast in which I sign, or have to learn how to sign, interviews. So, thank you so much. Now, thank you to Aaron and everybody. Have a great, beautiful rest of your day.
Crazy scoops.